Hello everyone, I'm Scrap1240.
Hey everyone, Ronan here, and today we are going to be checking out Wednesday.
So quick question, what do you think about the show so far?
So far, it's been a bit surprising. I'm actually liking it a little more than I expected. There are certain things about it that I'm kind of okay with. It's passable, but the main star of the show, Wednesday, I think is perfect. I think she is the best thing about this show right now. What do you think?
Agree. Hopefully the parents, like we said in the previous episode, as of right now, I hope they not like this. I hope they get better. As of Wednesday, she's perfectly fine. I'm actually enjoying it. I'm loving it as of right now.
Yeah, and just to clarify, nothing in here is really bad per se. It's
Right.
just I'm used to the movies, which set a very high bar for the Addams family, just every character in general. We were talking off camera a little bit about how Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. I feel like Raul Julia is Gomez. So to try to compete with that is a very tough thing to do. But however, the character's not acting super off for me necessarily. It's just I'm used to a certain level of their personas being portrayed, and I'm getting kind of a little bit of it, not quite enough for my taste.
Previous movie, the show, the characters was up here. The reason why we expected more of it is because of the high standard of all the classic movies and shows from the Addams family. It's the reason why we expected more from it, and we didn't get enough of that. So that's the reason why. Nothing bad about it. It's just we expected more. That's pretty much it.
Just watch when you call them classics, because it's making me feel old.
It
All right,
is. It's in the 90s. It's a classic. 100%. I know. We get it old. And I'm sorry, y'all, if I offended y'all by saying it's a classic, but it is.
Still a child, Scrap. God
Okay.
damn it. All right.
I'm gonna try that hard as well.
Usually I love dark turns.
Right, so this must be going down after the kid got mauled by the thingy, right?
Right, yes.
But not this one.
Or at least they're not up Wednesday's ass about it.
Not yet.
The dogs need a break. You think we missed something?
I say we double back, sweep Collet Creek, and then call it a night.
But he's gonna pinpoint it because he's already pinpointing the school, but I think he's gonna pinpoint it more towards Wednesday because shit is happening now.
What were you doing out in the woods with him, Miss Adams?
I heard a noise in the forest and I went to go investigate.
I think Miss Adams is done now.
Actually, I would like to speak to Sheriff Galpin.
I'm not sure I can allow that.
Well, I'm sure I could take her down to the station and get a formal statement.
He's either you do it the easy way or the hard way.
Conscious or unconscious.
Someone is trying to cover up Rowan's murder. That's the only reason to scrub the crime scene.
Is that your professional opinion as the daughter of a murderer?
And the only thing he murders is the occasional opera in the shower. You want to reject my claims, but you can't. Because you and I both know that there's a monster out there. And Rowan is his latest victim.
Sheriff, what? You're gonna want to see this.
What the
What
fuck?
the fuck? I'm confused.
So am I.
Clearly Nevermore's most famous alumni.
Don't be smiling at me.
Harry Potter looking motherfucker.
Right.
In Goth Hogwarts.
I'm over here telling the police officer you got killed by a monster, trying to find out what's going on. You out here waving at me, smiling like nothing happened? Get out of here.
Understand why you would claim you witnessed a murder.
Why should I bother telling you anything?
Have you considered your antisocial tendencies might be motivated by fear of rejection?
If you were to reject me right now, I would not be upset.
Guess you decided to stick around Jericho. But you see Dr. Kimbot too?
You should know I'm legally required to be here.
Me too. Court ordered.
He's starting to like her.
Yeah.
Everyone, including your father, believes I made it all up.
Not. You know, for the record, I believe you.
You want to believe it because of one thing, buddy.
Me personally, I would prefer that there's a guy that just matches her energy 100%,
Right.
but still they might have a back and forth, That would be a bit more engaging for me personally.
Yeah.
He's hated the expression, write what you know.
Yeah, we all need a thing in our life.
Yeah. Definitely, we all need a thing.
I need to speak with Rowan. I can't find him.
It won't be possible, I'm afraid. He's been expelled.
For what?
What were you doing out in the woods with him in the first place?
I told you already.
You had a psychic vision, didn't you?
Oh.
She knows some shit.
Started having visions around your age. Clearly the person withholding information here is you.
May I go now?
Not until you've picked your extracurricular activity.
Oh, yeah.
Reem said you'd be stopping by. Anyway, let's get this audition over with.
Oh, she's singing at a frequency you can't hear.
What's that?
A note only dogs can hear.
Like, I don't want to be in this music club anyway.
I'd be down for some archery.
But she's already good at that.
Yeah, she's typically good at archery.
Yeah.
Square stance. Pull back and... Any questions?
When's the last time you saw your roommate, Rowan?
Oh, you mean the one that was killed by a monster?
She about to punch somebody, bro. I know it.
Yeah, everybody's giving her shit.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with you and Tyler?
She was doing me a favor, driving me out of town.
Yeah, word of advice. Because Tyler and his friends are a bunch of jerks.
Yo.
Says the boy whose life was served to him on a silver platter.
Hey, you know, girls in glass houses.
Should throw bigger stones. At least I'm not an elitist snob.
That's how you do it, buddy.
Wednesday's always been good at archery.
Yeah, exactly. We know that.
Are you interested in the ancient art of beekeeping? Eugene Ottinger.
Wednesday Adams.
Are you willing to feel the sting?
That was music to her ears.
Producing honey in the same way.
She was already standing there without that.
Right.
They're in a community. Fun fact, from the queen bee to her workers. There's no patriarchy in the hive.
Rowan! We need to talk.
I'm not allowed to speak to anyone.
You had a lot to say the other night when you tried to kill me. Where did you get that drawing?
I just went into the woods to clear my head.
Full of shit. Thing, follow them. Yep.
The only thing I can't stand about mysteries is that everybody's full of shit.
Yeah.
and it's like obvious.
You know, when they're lying and shit. I don't like him already. The question is, we clearly saw him like he got beat the hell up by that fucking monster. And he just walked out of like nothing happened with no scratch.
Yeah, I don't understand all of that.
Yeah. Because we clearly saw his stomach was out, everything, you know?
Yeah.
He knows it's following him.
He's about to take a shit. He's guilty. Oh, it's not even him.
Makes sense now.
Certainly does.
And the body's in that suitcase.
I didn't think of that. It's a conspiracy.
Oh, she's the one that's covering it up.
Do you think it's really her?
At this point, yes. Oh, that's awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
I doubt Wednesday is impressed by your tricks, Mr. Thorpe.
Admit it, you're a little impressed.
She loves spiders.
Wednesday.
Get that shit out of here.
That shit out of here. But wait, that teacher, is she in on it too? Or does she just not know that?
That's another good point, because she dropped her off
She
at
dropped
the,
her off at the
thing.
train station.
Yeah.
It just got to me now.
Ran into your shrink. She was kind of tight-lipped about your progress.
It's called doctor-patient confidentiality.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Confidentiality. What are you two yakking about?
Video games, cancel culture, oat milk versus soy. It's a wild time.
I pay the bills. I got a right to ask. Better not be talking crap about your old man.
Well, don't give him shit to talk about.
Right, you giving him reason to talk more shit about you.
I have to get back to the woods.
And you want me to cover so that you can return to the scene of a crime that didn't happen? Sorry. 2 strikes.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe they really are in on it, because
Right.
it does get heat off of Wednesday.
Yeah.
He's the one who screwed up with Rowan.
He feels like you don't respect him as a person.
Well, technically, he's only a hand.
Wednesday, he's your family, and he would do anything for you. Go apologize and I'll reconsider helping you.
Really?
She's like, I'd rather die. Oh, he's on the other side of the room.
I snapped at you. I'll check my tone in the future. Now chop chop, before all our leads turn cold.
Nope.
Not good enough.
What is it that you want? Hand cream, nail buffer, new cuticle scissors. Consider it done.
He's like, I want your love.
I know I'm stubborn, single-minded, and obsessive. When Rowan showed me this, it confirmed my greatest fear. Breathe a word of this to anyone and I will end you.
Yeah, slowly backed up.
You would think of all the family members she would get along with, it would be Thing. He can't even talk.
Right.
And he's pretty devoted to her, so.
Yeah.
Blab and I will squeeze you like a honeycomb.
Besides, I've always had a thing for werewolf chicks.
The chance that
Oh,
anyone
God.
ever becomes romantically interested in you is less than 1%.
So I've still got a shot?
That's the only percent he needs. That 1%. We don't care about the 99%.
You ever taken a honey bath?
I just don't want to get stung.
The key is to remain calm. You don't need to worry, because I have a very big smoker, and I handle it like a pro. Would you like to see it?
Gross.
I hope he's not talking about what we think he's talking about.
I never call it that.
But I never call it that either, but who knows? It might change the meaning of it. Oh. Don't ever touch me again.
Fucking slap you.
How'd you throw them off? Coffee grounds.
You must think it's weird I'm stalking him.
No, I consistently stalk my parents.
Now, that's a true statement.
I thought Rowan was in danger. Then he proceeded to use his telekinesis to try and choke me to death.
Holy shit.
I came out here to find something that can prove he was murdered and that I haven't lost my mind yet.
His glasses.
These are Rowan's. I knew it was a cover-up.
Wasn't it his roommate that like got her out of the way of that?
Yeah. So now could it have been that lady?
Yeah, that's not to say though that both of those events happened at the same time.
Right. I'm so lost now.
Is there something I can help you find?
Have you seen this before? It's a watermark from a book I'm looking for.
These are interesting scenes watching
Right.
Christina Ricci speak to Wednesday.
To tell you the truth, I've never really fit in anywhere.
I act as if I don't care if people dislike me.
Never lose that Wednesday.
Lose what?
The most interesting plants grow in the shade.
It's like us gamers that never go outside.
Right.
That purple book has got to be around here somewhere. Start investigating.
Stalker. Oh, don't do that. Not in a boys' room.
Not in the boys' room. Don't put the black light.
Yeah, you're gonna find way more than you bargained for.
Yep.
Where have you been? Yoko was in the infirmary.
What happened?
Garlic bread incident at dinner.
It wasn't an accident. Bianca's behind it.
How do you know?
Doesn't matter. You and I are going to take her down tomorrow.
Do not hug me.
3 feet.
Humiliate Bianca so badly that the bitter taste of defeat burns in her throat.
Mostly you're doing it because we're friends, right?
No.
No.
Tell me how she keeps winning.
The past 2 years, no other boat has made it across the lake and back without sinking. There are no rules in the Poca.
Then we just need to beat her at her own game.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
What is she gonna come up with?
Your costume's in the tent.
Costume?
Oh, no, they didn't.
Oh my god.
The black cats.
They know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Focus.
What do we have here? The runt of the litter.
For the record, I don't believe I'm better than everyone else. Just that I'm better than you.
Facts. How does she know? He told her? That's what she's gonna think. He must have told her.
First team to cross the finish line with their flag wins the cup, as well as some special privileges.
Just throw a thing in the other boat. That should do it.
Yeah.
What's this guy up to?
Oh, he's gonna sabotage their boat. Oh shit.
Oh shit. What if that like hits someone? Can you literally murder other people and it's fine?
I guess there's no rules.
If this is what's been happening in the past years and people just can't figure that out,
Right. What's happening? And she's laughing.
I am curious to see what Wednesday would do though.
Faster!
Thing.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Got his ass.
Let's go, it's over here.
Stay here and make sure Bianca can't sabotage our boat.
Thing, I need you to distract a couple of jokers.
He's like, on it. He's like, fuck you, bitch.
Oh.
I will say this happens always, like, I can't predict whenever this happens.
Yeah, yeah, same.
You were the key.
Taking a cat nap?
thought we was gonna win.
She's like, sorry, I took a nap.
I just asked myself, WWWD. What would Wednesday do?
That's not what she would have done, though.
She would have blown it up. Oh, okay.
Yo, jump in the water.
Chip on his face.
Right.
Punch her at the face.
Knocked
He
his
knocked
ass
him out. There you go.
Finally. So nobody could have figured that out for 2 years until Wednesday got to that school.
I know, right?
It's the greatest moment of my entire life.
Oh, she's letting her hug her.
She's like, whatever.
I didn't care about this.
It's good to see you fitting in. Just like your mother.
My mother and I are two entirely different people slash species slash everything.
Yo, he got a black eye.
Oh, yeah.
Thing punched him so hard under the water, gave him a
Yeah.
black eye.
Don't worry, Edgar Allan. I see your sanctimonious smirk.
Maybe there's a hidden switch.
The opposite of moon. Sun. A world between ours.
Snap twice. Oh, shit.
You got it.
Very clever, Addams Family.
That was where the kid was at.
Purple books.
Yep. Yep.
Lucky guess.
But the minute I inch towards the truth, luckily, I'm not afraid of the dark.
Of course.
Of course it's gonna end like this.
So essentially, like, what the main mystery is like what's going on with Rowan,
Right.
And like his murder. Why did that? Yeah, like who, like what the monster is, and why did it save Wednesday? Maybe the monster is his roommate,
Oh.
because we don't know what he is, right?
Other than he could draw stuff and make it come to life.
And they got into it earlier where he uses telekinesis on him. So for sure they were butting heads about keeping Wednesday safe, and then he saved Wednesday later on, right?
Yeah, because he has a crush on her.
Yeah, more or less. So
More or less, yeah. Interesting.
That's my theory
Right.
currently. I don't know if that's too on the nose or anything, but
No spoilers.
yeah, no spoilers. We don't know anything yet.
We don't know that yet. We just talking.
To me, that's what makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that.
But I don't know like how simple or sophisticated this mystery is supposed to be. But then there's also the mystery of like what these books are saying Wednesday is supposed to become.
And then, she was taking a nap in the woods. She had like a little moment with her other self. Said, "You are the key."
Yeah, you are the key. Hear that in movies and TV shows a lot, so who knows what that means.
Why is the principal covering up all that stuff?
Maybe the simple answer is that they care about Wednesday, or it could also mean trouble for them too if Wednesday is indicted with, murder and stuff like that, because she goes to their school and all that, bring them unwanted attention.
But you think that she cover up the other murders as well, like the other students or the other mysteries?
That's a good
happened?
point. If there are other murders that have happened earlier, do we know if those happened recently or if they just happened over the course of like a long period of time?
I'm gonna say recently.
We also don't know what's inside Gomez's police report or like his,
Oh yeah, we still haven't
his
read it
file.
yet. Yeah, his file. Correct.
Were there other murders that happened just like this that he was implicated with? There's a lot of unanswered questions for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So they are making the show pretty interesting for what it is. But yeah, so I'm thinking, the principal and Christina Ricci's character, the teacher, I think they were maybe just in on it together. At least cover it up to everybody else at school that no, nothing happened to this kid and everything's fine, and get the police off of them and everything, because they are a weird school in the middle of a regular town. So it's Harry Potter basically, right? So you got Hogwarts, you got wizards, and you got muggles, and so they have like that same dynamic.
Definitely. But going back, theory we said that we think is the artist, because when she was talking to that girl, she pretty much saying she was stalking her. Might be right about that it could be him because he was there to protect her.
Yeah, it's the only thing that makes sense to me right now.
Right, because she went in there and was like, y'all was arguing about, you said you was gonna protect her, you've been stalking her and all that stuff, and then wind up looking at her and then didn't do nothing to her.
Yeah, and like the monster is not like the nicest thing you can be looking at, so maybe he's also really like self-conscious about him turning into that kind of monster, because it's a very different thing, like amongst everything around them, right? So that's why it's not just cruising around in the hallways. But then it's like, okay, let's say the monster by nature is good, then what happened to the other people?
Right. Or maybe it could have been that roommate, and because then he was out there, you know, maybe on a killing spree, and he was trying to stop him, and ever since Wednesday came in, he lost his mind.
That could be possible. Yeah, I mean that could be a thing too. Maybe he like ripped people apart with his telekinesis, and that's why they're like body parts in the trees and the heads cut off. And
it was not like how the beast killed him, you know, like actually killed him. He was laying on the floor, all beat up, body scratch everywhere. It wasn't like he was in pieces, like scattered throughout the woods. Well, they didn't find it because she covered it up. So.
Well, yeah, we technically don't know how the body looked.
Right.
But he was presumably stuffed in that bag, so he could have been in pieces. So we just didn't see it because they literally never showed the scene where they found his body. Like we just kind of know like literally what he looked like after he died, but like we don't know like the aftermath. If there was, well, there wouldn't be more than that because the monster ran away too, right?
The last thing we think where the body's at was in the bathroom, the suitcase. We don't even know what's going to happen or who's gonna pick it up or someone's gonna find it.
Yeah, you would think they would put him somewhere else.
Right.
That's another thing too, because if he really is in there, and if they do find him in there, wouldn't that just destroy what they were just trying to do?
No, because then they could have blamed it on the town. Like the town did it, not the school.
But the cop knows that Wednesday said that the guy died in the woods.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, is that if they find him in that bag, so that means, is he really in that bag?
Right. That is 100% true. Yeah. There's so many things.
There's so many unanswered questions here. They did a good job at really leaving things as open-ended as it has been. It's only been episode 2, but you know,
correct.
we still got 6 hours to go.
To go. Agree.
So,
this was actually good. I agree, 100%. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm actually legitimately digging it. So anyway, this was a good episode. Usually episode 2s are not that great, but this actually was not bad at all. Again, like when it comes to like the male interests though, it would be cool to like have a guy in there that like really matches like her aesthetic a little bit, and like her,
that would have been really interesting,
while also butting heads with her at the same time, because maybe he's a little bit different too versus her and stuff like that. So it's just like, to me, whenever like another guy who's just like, who looks like a regular dude, like walks up to her and tries to talk to her and tries to, you know, flirt with her or whatever,
right?
Like it's a little jarring, but maybe that's the point. I don't know. But okay, guys, that's it from us. This was a great episode. We hope you enjoyed the reaction, and we'll see you next time.
Later.